the pacified consumer.
Hello, Mr. Bad Tortensen. This is Jordi Tárrega from Barcelona, writing for Starway to Rock, a popular one in Spain.
Yeah.
Uh, First of all, congratulations for your new album, Before We All Die. Clawfinger fans have got the opportunity to watch some videos like Scam, Big Brother, Ball and Chain. So, are you happy with press and fan opinions in YouTube, or do you prefer not to read comments?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Oh, okay. Uh, if uh, Clawfinger fans have got the opportunity to watch new videos in
Yeah.
YouTube on YouTube. So, and what do you do? Do you want to read about the comments, or do you prefer to wait until the issue of the album?
Well, I don't really comment that much. It's like we have like the Clawfinger page is often commenting just to stay in connection with the people that are in and having something to say. But I don't usually personally write so much there. I have my own homepage, and usually I like Facebook is today. It's like you use it to market stuff, and it's like, this is what I do. This is what I want you to. This is important to me, But so I don't really comment that much.
Okay. And why we had to wait 18 years for a new Clawfinger album?
Well, it was very close to 19 years, in fact.
Mhm.
So yeah, the point is that back in 2007, 2008, we Napster came, and it was
Mhm.
like bye bye to all record sales. And it's like we had like two legs to stand on. It's like live playing and album sales. So it's like you take away one of them. So it's like only one leg left to stand on, and it's a live thing. And our management told us, if you want to do this, like to make a decent, living out of this, you have to tour all the time. So we decided not to. And so we decided to, okay, let's be semi-pro for a while and see what, get a job. Everybody got a job at home, and we played shows in the summer, like festivals and stuff. And after a while, it was like, it became natural not to write anything, because it was like some kind of side thing we did. It was like the band. But then after a while, it's like it's slowly got together again. It's like, this is the main thing for us. We want to do something about this. And we managed to write one song maybe in 2014 or something, 13, 14, something. And then we wrote another song. And then it's like, for the last 3 years, suddenly it's like you have the ketchup, it's like, get ketchup out, and nothing happens. And then it's like, boom, everything just splashes out. So that's the feeling of what happened, during the last 3 years. Suddenly it was like, we have 12 songs now. And I really appreciate that, because I wasn't sure we're going to make another album. I thought maybe this is the last one, the one in 2007. And then it's like, back in 2021, I think 22, our manager said, hey, let's do an album, because he could see that we were working and making progress. Let's make an album. Let's make an album before you all die, he said. Before we all die, he said, that's a good title. Let's call the album Before We All Die, because it's like you can use this for this exact thing, but you can also use it for what's happening in the world today. It's like really scary, everything.
Yeah.
So it's like you have the message is like double.
It's great because my next question was about the title of the album, and
Yeah,
but we can talk about the front cover. I think that we are probably closer, most than ever, to the end
yeah,
of the wall.
yeah, yeah. It's it's really scary, and I mean, usually you see that the politics from states that are not democratic are using are using very uh, undemocratic things, but to be in charge. But now you can see from the US that's like really should be a democracy. The same mechanisms are starting to grow there. So it's like uh, Donald Trump is trying to uh, to block out the law all the time, because he wants to do something else, and that's really scary.
But you are brave. For example, the first song, Scam, maybe one of my favorites.
Mhm.
It's pointing Donald Trump and what he's doing. But on the other hand, if you have to go to the USA to play there, because it's a big market for Clawfinger, what are you going to do?
We probably won't get in to the US,
Mm.
but that's all right because we've been doing this in the rest of the world, for many years. We never did the US, we never did that like as a primary market. We even had a 5 record deal with Geffen Records back in '95 that was canceled because somebody got fired and they didn't believe in it, and it's like, so they bought us out of the contract. So it's, after that we just didn't believe in the US. It's like it's too much hassle to try to break the US because you have to tour so much and you have to work so much, to break there. So we just decided, like, fuck the US, we don't need them. It's like we can make a living out of working in Europe and the rest of the world. So it's like it's nothing new that we are
Yeah.
not going to the US, and yeah. But anyway, if we had a market in the US, we still be saying what we say. We still would be doing that, because I think it's more important than our fucking career, to say things out loud the way we do.
I want to ask you about going down like Titanic.
Mhm.
I thought was a hit, and today we got the opportunity to watch the lyric video, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just a lyric video, but anyway, it's a good song.
Yeah, yeah, and the world is like a Titanic, I think, and we are
Yeah,
sinking in.
yeah.
Okay, and one of my favorites ones is the last one, Before We All Die. I suppose this song is something special because there are female voices. It's a good ending for the album.
It's my female voice.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, before we all die.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you. uh, yeah, but the song was like uh, we had all the songs ready. We had 11 songs ready, and it's like Zach said something like, "It's better to have 12 songs than 11," and I said, "We have to make a title track." So it was the last song we did, for this session, and it's like I made I made like the chorus and the riff, and but and then it's like Jokke, the keyboard player, who's the producer, also he took it all and just ripped it apart and just put parts, in a different way than I did. And it's like suddenly it was like, wow, this is cool. It's so many colors into a really hard song. And so it's the last song we ever did on this session, and we I think it's maybe the best one. I like Scum and this one the best.
Yeah, two of my favorite ones. There is a song I don't remember the name. It's a southern, like a desert. It's really good too. but I don't remember them.
What did you say now? The song who was like?
Like a southern rock.
Yeah, it's like a fucking disgrace.
Yeah.
It's like a blues riff in the beginning, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I think it's original and variety of the album. Okay,
Yeah.
but let's go to the your beginning. I want to ask you about your first hit, Nigger. How do you remember that success?
Uh, we made a song that was a really hard provocation
Hmm.
about the use of the word nigger, and uh, it really created some attention for us, in the beginning. That was one of many songs we've already written and recorded. That was the first single we released, and it was a controversy, really, and especially in the United States, they didn't want to touch us in the beginning because of that song,
Yeah.
because here it was like in Europe, it was like more people understood the question and the provocation, but in the United States, it was like just,
This
they
word
took,
it's forbidden. In fact,
yeah,
it's yeah. So it
yeah.
was a big provocation.
Yeah. So we released the album on a small label that wanted to release it without the song. We swapped it out with a song called "Get It," who was a B-side of one of the singles. So, but it didn't happen for us in the US then. But as I told you earlier, after that we had a big success in Europe, and the Americans wanted to sign us, and Geffen Records signed us for 5 albums, and it just blew up like many times in the US with bands.
And a lot of people in Spain, and I suppose it's common in other countries, thought that Clawfinger was a band from the United States.
Okay.
No, it was, they come from Sweden. It
Yeah.
was, amazing. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Uh, in 1994, you won some Grammys.
Yeah.
So, how important was a Grammy in those times, and how important is now a Grammy?
I think it's very important. It's not the reason we make music, but it's certainly is a very good marketing tool for it's like getting out to even more people, to getting it mainstream some kind of way, because the Grammys are like mainstream TV and at the Saturday night, and it's like, you get a lot of attention by winning a prize. So and also, of course, personally, it's like we were a new band, and it meant a lot to us personally, because it's like, it's okay, what you do is good, it's like some kind of way you get that message back from the audience, it's like, what you do is good, continue to do that. That's also a message from the Grammys. So yeah. So, but it's a very good marketing tool, really.
Okay, how do you remember your tour in the USA in Monsters of Rock? Because you play with Ozzy Osbourne, Megadeth, but you toured Europe with Alice in Chains, so not bad.
Yeah, it's the tour with the Monsters of Rock tour with Megadeth, Faith No More, Alice in Chains. No, not Alice in Chains, but Alice Cooper
Alice
and
Cooper.
Ozzy. It was in South America. It was like Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. And that was a great experience, And we played Chile, and they have like a really, back in '95 when we played, they had a really weird way of showing that they liked stuff. If they liked the band, they spit.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
remember Dave Mustaine was standing on the side of the stage while we were going on, and I was thinking, why the hell does he want to see our show? I don't understand. And he was smiling, and he said like, what's going to happen? They're going to spit at you. So thank God that he told us, you know. It's like, because then he told us that it's like, if they like you, they spit, you know. So so we knew it before we went on stage.
Yeah. Fortunately, times have changed for better, I think, and this
Yeah.
is not common now.
I really hope so.
We need a pandemic maybe to understand. Okay. I have read that Clawfinger is a band that started in a Swedish hospital. So I think it's amazing story.
Yeah, you know, me and the other guitar player that was with us then, he quit the band in 2003. We moved to Sweden, and uh, we started. We were broke, you know, because we wanted to make a band. We thought that a good friend and an artist that we know, he told us, go to Stockholm because it's like the center for music in Scandinavia. So we went there and we got broke. So we needed to start to work, and it was really easy to get a job at this hospital, you know. So we started working geriatrics with old people, um, changing diapers and feeding and brushing teeth, and, you know, getting people up in the morning, you know, all that stuff, you know. And Zach, he was walking the corridors there, you know, and rapping, you know, all the time. So I told the other guitar players, like, why don't we ask him to try to rap something over the metal riffs we have? That's a good idea, the other guitar player said, Ireland. So then he joined us, and we made like a demo. And it's like, this is something we should try to even work more, you know. So we had like 3 years from 1990 until 1993, which we worked on the album, you know. We got a record deal and everything was fine, because this was something that nobody made an album so far, you know, with that kind of music. And I remember we were at the end of the recordings of Deaf Dumb Blind record. Then somebody came into the control room of the studios, like, with Rage Against the Machine's new record. Hey, check this out. You know, the singer's name is even Zach. And it's like, and then it's like, put on the music, and it was like, this is kind of close to what we do. And we didn't know about it at all, you know. It's like, and then they came and they totally took off Rage Against the Machine, and we had a record ready. So we released the record and just skyrocketed, you know.
It was
Everybody wanted to do rap metal at that time, but nobody knew how to do it. But we've already been doing it for 3 years, you know.
Amazing story, by the way. Okay, but the first time I listened to the band, I think, wow, it's the perfect single. Do What
Yeah.
I Say, it's the perfect video, I think was...
Yeah, it's a song, you know, it's a song that's... it's about how maybe we are raised, our generation are raised, you know. And it's like, it's like... And sometimes if it's like really, you're trying to force people into behaving the way like parents in the old times did, you know. It's like, and then it's like, often like the kids will become exactly the same, you know. Like, instead of creating their own personality, they would just follow their parents' footsteps some kind of way. I guess it's mostly about that.
This song here in Spain was absolutely huge.
Yeah.
It appears in a really important film, Airbag.
Yeah.
And I remember that many best-ofs of the 90s started with this song. So, wow, it's
That's cool to hear. It's I know that it worked really well for us with that song in Spain. I remember that, you know.
And are you in contact with the boy that sang the song?
Yeah, you know, we played a gig like I think it was like 5 years ago, and there was a guy in front of the stage, and it's like he was singing along when we played the last song of the show, which is "Do What I Say," and it's like, and I couldn't recognize him, you know.
Hmm.
And after the show, we went out to sign stuff, and you know, and he came up to us like, "Hey, you remember me? I was the one who was singing on that song. I'm singing." And it's like, "What the fuck is you?" You know, it's like, so we met him. He's the son of our former producer Jakob Hellner. He's his son, you know. So he was a kid, and he was doing a really good job on that song, I think.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, my other favorite song is "Biggest and the Best." I
Mm.
think was another amazing single.
Yeah. I didn't participate much on that song. It was mostly Jocke and Zach who was sitting in the studio and I think Zach came up with the words of this megalomaniac, you know, nobody is perfect, but I'm pretty fucking close. And it's like, you know, then the two of them just clicked, you know, and just made a song. But I don't have so many details of it, but it's also a really great song.
And a really good video show.
Yeah, the video is great, you know, it's great. I love it.
Okay, you come from Norway.
Yeah.
It's okay. How do you remember the black metal years with Mayhem, Emperor, and all those bands? You were not much into it, or not?
You know what? When the black metal struck us, you know, really became big, I was in Sweden. So so I
Yeah.
already left. So it's like I remember we did the Monsters for Rock, and we came to Argentina, and there was a press conference, and we were sitting there, and they were asking about, because they knew that half of the band was Norwegian. So they just started asking about black metal, and we didn't know shit, you know. We couldn't answer anything. So, you know, I didn't participate much, and I didn't see much of the beginning of the wave, you know. But it's really been a big export for Norwegian music, you know. And it's really weird with the beginning of it, you know, with the way it started to become big was that Kerrang magazine, they had like a burning church on the cover, and the story about Count Grisnacht murdering a guy, you know, and it's like all this stuff just made it like take off, you know. Of course, it was the music, but it's like that was like something that really brought it to attention to the rest of the world.
Yes. Okay, really original question. In Popular One magazine, we are asking about the most perturbing or three that scared you when you were a child, and later you couldn't sleep again.
Okay, you know, my father was a sailor, and I was a kid. I was like maybe 10 years old or something. Back in maybe 19, or maybe even younger, maybe 9 or something. I think it was back in 1970. And me and my mother went to the neighbor city to pick him up because he came with a boat from Denmark, and we had some time to spend. And my mother said, "Hey, let's go and see Birds by Hitchcock." And okay, I said, you know, I was 9 years old, and it's like I was sitting there because back then it was like not many like scary movies, you know. It was like, you know, yeah. So we went to this film, and I was like this, you know. I was so scared, but I couldn't show it because I was, you know, I have to be a little bit cool, you know. So, but like, in my world, I couldn't fucking sleep for a month, after this movie.
Yeah.
And the number two is like The Exorcist. Then I was like 15 or something. And I remember me and my friend went to the cinema theater. We were a little bit too young to get in, but it was like, it's okay. We could get in. And I was like sitting, holding, the chair like this, I think that was the first ever really gory, hard movie, like scary movie, And I was sitting like this, and I watched over, and seen the silhouette of my friend, like, like this. And my friend, he totally, he just fainted and stuff, he just couldn't take it, I maybe because I saw the birds and I had the experience from one time earlier, so I stayed conscious. But these are the two ones that's like are really, really scary, I think. Number three, I don't know, but
Two, it's okay, I think.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
I started there's a. I used to ask one, but in the magazine, tell me no, three. It's I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
two. It's no because I got three more questions. Uh, which is the first album you bought with your own money?
Jerry Lee Lewis live at the Star Club in Hamburg. And, I saw the other day, I got a link from a friend of mine. The Guardian, the British newspaper, saying that this is the best live album ever of any artist. And it's like all the big artists, like top 30 or something, with all the big artists, but this is the best. And I fucking totally agree. It's totally amazing. He's like taking off, Jerry Lee Lewis. And the way he was live back then in 1962, maybe. It's recorded, something like that, I guess. It's fantastic, So I still play it, I still take the old vinyl, put it on my vinyl player and play it. And it's fucking unbelievable. That's the first record I ever bought. So I was lucky.
Yeah, Jerry Lee. Okay, have you ever cried in a concert? Do you remember the song and the band that moved you so deeply?
I think I did. I have to. I think I can't remember the song, but one of the biggest tours I ever did with my band was the support tour for Alice in Chains. And I watched all the shows because I was really a big fan. The whole band was fans of Alice in Chains. And sometimes, they have some melancholic, really cool stuff, they do. And I remember I was crying a couple of times at that tour, watching this show, watching some of these songs, It was a very strong experience because of many things, because that was the first support tour we ever did. It was the favorite band, and also the strength and quality of the band Alice in Chains. So that's what I remember right now.
And they were in their top. So
Yeah.
was amazing. Okay, we have finished, but I want to, if you can say, hello, this is Bart Ortensen from Clawfinger. Please check my interview in Stairway to Rock.
Stairway to Rock, all right. All right. Hi, this is Bård from Clawfinger. You check my interview in Stairway to Rock.
Excellent. It's perfect. I suppose you're going to tour this summer. So, but
we're going to do festivals this summer.
okay.
It's not, the list is not ready yet, but we also have a tour in the fall. It's like Central European tour. And I really hope that we have a next leg that we can go to Spain and Portugal as well, but I don't know yet. I don't know. It's all about economics, you know, to get things to break even and make a little money, you know.
Okay, I hope to attend to your concerts because I have never attended to Clawfinger, but now I got the opportunity. If I have to travel to Europe, maybe in the UK, if you play, I will be there.
We don't play UK. But we play Central Europe a lot, you know.
Okay. Yes.
So it's Germany, Czech Republic, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Denmark, Holland.
Mhm.
These countries we play first, you know. So you are so welcome, and you can find me on Facebook. So
Okay.
if you want to pop up on one of these shows, I will put you on the guest list. You just remind me.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for this
Same
interview.
to you. Have a good Friday night.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.